Alright, so I haven't ever done a chapter review before, but I'm gonna start doing them because why not? I read them when they first come out. They actually dropped, I think, like an hour ago or something like. I don't. It dropped recently, and I read it while I was in my British Lit class. Alright, don't judge me, alright? But I'm in between classes. I don't have another class. What time is it? It's 10. Well, it's 11 o'clock while I'm recording this, so I don't have another class for like 30 minutes. So I was like, we're gonna record this chapter review. So the chapter is 992. It's called Remnants, right? And I have a little bit of, because I read it twice, I have a little bit of like some notes on like my other monitor right there. So if I look to the right, like to kind of guide myself, that's what it is. But so the chapter, it starts off with Big Mom, Perospero, and Marco. They're having a conversation. They're talking friendly like they're old friends, right? It turns out that Marco and Perospero, they're actually in an alliance to take down Kaido, right? But Big Mom tells her that her plan is final, even though Perospero is against it, thinking Kaido's going to betray her. She said that they're joining hands and it's final. And Perospero talks about, hey, Big Mom, we want to see you become the Pirate King, right? You really want to see that. And she's like, she knows what she's doing, so do you trust her? So maybe she has something planned that she's going to betray Kaido in the end. We know that they are together with the Rocks Pirates, but like then they fell out, then they fought, which we still haven't seen animated. Maybe we'll see that later in the line or maybe in the manga. But I think Big Mom has some plans that she's gonna go against Kaido, which I find that pretty cool. I'd really enjoy that. All right, and then she turns to Marco and she's like, "Okay, Marco, you're a man of high stature. You're first commander of Whitebeard. What are the remnants of the Whitebeard pirates doing here, helping the kids? Talking about the worst generation, talking about the Straw Hats and the Scabbards. Why are you helping them? Like, you should join us. You're strong. We don't want to go against you probably. So why are you assisting them?" And basically, Marco's saying we're free to act however we want. We're not bound by Whitebeard's his last words. And I find that pretty cool because they're like respected Whitebeard. That was their pops, that was their dude, and they're like, okay, well now we don't always have to go with what he says. And they're being free, and that's the name of One Piece. That's why I love it so much. Everybody wants to be free. Well, not everybody, but a lot of the pirates, they want to be free. So I think that's pretty cool. And we also Big Mom's like, all right, well, do what you want. So we might see a Marco Big Mom clash. That would be pretty dope. That way Zoro can fight King. We also see Carrot. She runs towards Perospero, trying to get revenge for Pedro, because if you guys didn't know, in Whole Cake Island, Pedro sacrificed himself to kill, not kill, but let the Straw Hat, the Thousand Sunny, go free. But in doing so, Perospero was still alive, and he only lost an arm. So she's going back getting revenge for that. And then we also see, Luffy's running towards the castle, the top of the castle, trying to go to where Kaido's going. He's been doing that for the past couple chapters, so nothing new there. We probably won't get Luffy-Kaido interaction for another 5 chapters, maybe even more or so. And then we see Black Maria. She's on the upper floor. She's playing a song with her subordinates. The song is about 2 people wanting to meet each other. So finally meeting under the moonlight, and it's snowy, probably foreshadowing Luffy and Kaido wanting to clash. So that's pretty cool. Then we go to and also what's funny, we also see Momo and Shinobi running away from Yamato, because you guys didn't know, like a couple of chapters ago, Yamato's like, I protect you, Momo, because I'm your dad. Doing that whole the whole I'm Oden, Kazuki Oden. Like I said, I think I would be weirded out if a random female who said that she was Oden, like that she was my dad, and she was running towards me. I'd flip out if I was Momo, but I found that funny. And then on the top of the dome, Kaido and the Scabbards are still fighting. He shoots out, a roar, and then thunders come out, and they avoid him. And then we see Neko, or Master Cat Viper. We see him use his electric claw, and he what does he do? He slashes Kaido, gets a good hit right across the face. And then we see Kawamatsu use an attack, and he cuts Kaido's neck, making him bleed. But then Kaido, he ends up smacking Kawamatsu away. That was pretty cool. Neko and Kawamatsu, they got some decent hits in on Kaido. Kaido's taking some damage, you know, he's not as invincible as we say. Maybe it's because the Scabbards are real or advanced armament hockey, so that's pretty cool. What else happened? I gotta look here real quick. So, Inurashi, I think I said that right. He attacks Kaido. He pierces his leg sword through Kaido. If you guys don't know that, that's Duke Dogstorm, the dog. You know, Master Cat Viper and Duke Dogstorm. They both finally Slug form. Last chapter was revealed, and now they're into action, right? So he pierces Kaido with a sword, and then he, you know, uses his Electro with the Sulong form, of course, or just Sulongs in general. And then Kiku and Izo, they attack together in a combined attack attacking Kaido. It was kind of hard for me to see. I actually didn't. The first time I was reading it, I actually didn't see who attacked him. I was squinting because it's on my phone, and I'm like, it's not official, but you know, it's kind of early, and so I was like, okay, well, who the heck is attacking him? And then, you know, it was Izo and Kiku. So, Kiku, she uses an attack called I'm not gonna say this right. It's called Zansetsu Gamma, Lingering Snow Scythe, and Izu uses an attack called Dangirigan, Cutting Bullets. So, you know, Izu has a gun, he uses guns, and Kiku, she uses her sword. So, those were the attacks, the name attack. And I kind of find it cool that the Scabbards are starting to use name attacks. Now, if Kaido's still taking him, then because let's be real, guys, none of the Scabbards are going to equal up to Kaido in strength. So they're probably going to get defeated by the time Luffy and Zoro and maybe Kid, Law get up to the dome. So, you know, that's what's going to happen with them. But them using attacks, getting hits in Kaido, that's pretty cool. And we see Kaido get really annoyed, you know, wondering how they managed to damage him despite, you know, him being more powerful than them and them not having anywhere near power as Oden. So he's like, okay, well, why am I taking damage? Because Oden was the only person to scar him. And so Kaido uses Bora Breath again, but then Raizo, he uses a ninja scroll. I don't know the Naruto hand signals, but he uses a ninja scroll to absorb the breath, and then he wraps it around Kaido, and then he returns to attack with the Miki. I do not know how to say it, but it's like Maki Jutsu. No Jutsu, I think. Alright, I'm sorry for mispronouncing his names, alright? I'm trying to hurry up and do this, have this edited and uploaded before I get back to class. Then we have a flashback with the Scabbards training during the time after Oden returned from his adventure. So we see, you know, some of the Scabbards with Oden. And Oden wanted to teach him his two-sword style, but none of them were accepting it. They weren't really paying attention, saying that they have their own fighting style already. And so Oden obviously was getting annoyed by it because, you know, he's trying to give him his wisdom because, you know, low top tier level, one of the strongest swordsmen to do it. So, you know, he's like, okay, I'm that dude, you guys gotta listen to me. And they're not listening. And then Toki said to Oden that they actually fought behind his back for the title of Oden's #1 disciple. Like, that's their dude, that's their rider, that's their ninja. Alright, we see that, you know, and Oden's like, oh shoot, these guys really fluffing me, alright? And so Oden, he also tried to explain what Rio was to them as well. But none of the Scabbards were really paying attention, you know, doing their own thing. They were young and dumb, alright? That's what all young cats do. And then now we go back to the present. We have Kiemo, Dendro, Inusha, I gotta say his freaking. We have Dogstorm, and then we have Ashura Dojo. They pull out the two-sword style. Alright, the way that Oden used to do it, you know, they do his pose, then they all attack Kaido together. You know, with an attack called Togen Tatsuka, which was, you know, the same pose, the same fighting style that Oden did, and they attacked him in the scar where Oden did in the past. So they re-inflicted on already an old wound. So that's, you know, where they attacked. You know, it starts to bleed and his eyes turn white. So, you know, obviously that hurt him. He's probably in a little bit of pain. Nowhere near at his limit. We know this. Kaido has really good endurance. And that we have at the end of the chapter. There's no break next week, so I'll probably be back, Thursday or Friday, depending on how early it's released. Usually the chapters are released at like 5 a.m. on Friday, so having it released this early, maybe it's because Oda was sick, but it's released earlier today, so I got to do this now. But yeah, that's it. I actually enjoy doing this. My throat doesn't hurt, but it's a lot of talking, you know. So let me know what you guys think of the chapter review. Like I said, I have my notes on this monitor, so I talk to you guys, and whenever I lose my train of thought, I'm not gonna remember everything. Obviously, like what? I've been talking for like 10 minutes. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this chapter. Let me know what your favorite part was. We didn't really get much of Luffy. It was really more of a Scabbard heavy chapter and a more Marco Big Mom type thing. So that was cool. Marco's one of my favorite characters. So seeing him interact again after he's been MIA, maybe Big Mom and what's his name? Marco fight. Foreshadow, maybe? But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss out on a video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. They're on the screen right there. You guys never do it, but I see so many views, but you guys don't do it. So make sure you guys do that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to unleash your potential.